Welcome all you outdoorsmen
and women
to the Sticks Outfitter. My name's Craig, this is Shad, and we have Gary Lewis here, gonna help us out, learn how to find turkeys and hunt them.
Yeah, we're gonna go scout for turkeys, then we're gonna go hunt for turkeys.
Alrighty.
Is that the way we do it?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
First up, we're gonna do scouting. What are we gonna look into first when we go scouting?
Turkey brain. Right there.
I don't know, can we zoom into that?
Yeah, I cut this out of a turkey's head.
looks like a marble.
Yeah, and I had it dried professionally by a taxidermist friend of mine. And this is the most important thing to remember, is that the turkey has a small brain.
So they're dumb?
Yeah.
Oh, looks like a bead.
That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Okay. Now, once you wrapped your head around that that's the size of a turkey's brain, then we go scouting. So the thing that we need to do is we think about where the turkey's going to be when we're hunting them. So the best time to scout them is not going to be in December or January or February. It's going to be 15 days before the season starts. So what you bring along is you bring your binoculars, and like I bring these along and I keep them right there in a chest pack, which makes it handy. And then it's helpful to have a GPS to bring along to mark the places where you find the turkeys.
Yep.
And then I need to have a topo map.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it'll tell you what land is public and what is private. So that is of primary importance, especially where you hunt turkeys in areas where there's high private land ownership. After that, you just want to keep track of where you're spotting the turkeys at. Mark it in, or you write it down, or you make
And paint it.
yeah, trail marker. What do we call those?
I think trail markers, right? Yeah, it changes.
Yeah.
Hang on the device. Ping.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Yeah.
know, that doesn't sound right, Chad. I think there's another spot over there you can
Now you have to get up really early in the morning. This is the hardest part about turkey hunting, is getting up early in the morning.
Because they're gonna be up at sunrise, basically, right? Or
Yeah.
just right after.
What I like to do is I like to make things easy for myself. There might be turkeys all over the place, but I want to hunt where I'm going to get a chance, and more chances, to shoot turkeys.
Yeah.
What now you want to do is you look for roosting trees. And what I was starting to talk about being easy, let's say you got a whole bunch of oak trees and then there's a couple of big pine trees. That's where the turkeys will be roosting, is in those big pine trees.
Okay. Are they gonna be, up on a hill or down by the water? What kind of area?
A lot of times you'll see that roost tree to be up on a hill.
Okay. So they're away from predators and or at least have
They think they
vision.
are, yeah. And there'll be maybe 15 or 20 turkeys all grouped together in this roost tree, and on rainy, cloudy days, they'll stay in that tree a little longer. And you can spot them sometimes from the road with your binoculars and just looking up in the tops of the trees, and you'll see this big turkey-shaped thing and another big turkey-shaped thing, and they're all just sitting there waiting, and then they'll gobble. Not all the time, but they'll gobble, and then they fly down. They're just like big bombers, and you hear the wind whistling through their wings. And and they might fly 50 to 100 yards from that tree, depending on the slope. If it's a big slope, they might fly a long way to bomb down to wherever it is they're going to feed, and they start feeding right away. If you camp out underneath that tree and expect to shoot one when it flies down from the tree, they might be hundreds of yards away.
Really?
Actually, when they hit the ground.
So you want to know where they're gonna land, you gotta scout and see exactly.
That's what you want to do, is be there where they come down. And if you're in a big flat, the chances of them landing closer to the roost tree are a lot better than if you found a roost tree up on a hillside.
Got it.
That's all best case scenario.
Right.
Most of the time, you don't know where they are and you don't have a clue where they are. So the thing to do is to make them shock gobble. So there's several different ways that we like to make them shock gobble. Sometimes they'll gobble to the sound of your car door closing.
Really?
Yeah, or a limb breaking or whatever. But they will gobble to this. This is an owl hoot.
And why is that? Just
Owls eat them
Oh, okay.
turkeys.
Big bird for an owl to eat.
Oh yeah. And then you can use a crow call, and then that'll light them up. But your best opportunity to make them shock gobble is what we call it, is in that first 30 minutes. And then they're not
From getting out of their
from
roost.
daylight. If you can get them while they're still on the roost tree, they're even more likely to gobble, and they've just woken up. Now you've located them. If you can hear where they're gobbling from their roost tree, you can now make a pretty good guess as to where they're going to land. And if you have a topo map, especially if it's paired with an aerial photo, you can find a little opening where they might fly down to. So then this is a gobble sound that they'll gobble back to too. Now, to me, that doesn't really sound like a turkey gobble, but
Right.
kind of the point is, it doesn't really matter.
It's a bird kind of sound.
It's just making a loud sound that they're reacting to.
Okay.
They have a tiny brain. Did we talk about that?
Shad's gonna compare
Close
sizes.
to your head. He's beating me to punch though.
You're slow today.
I know.
Should have
I've
got that
just
last
been thinking
night.
of, just been thinking of a joke in my head, and that was it. You just read it.
Now I guess it's time to go hunting now that we've found turkeys and the season's started. We have a long season here where we live. We've got April 15th to the end of May. Plan to hunt 4+ days because that's what the numbers say you have to hunt to be successful in that unit. If you can't afford to spend that much time, go to a place where there's more turkeys, and the statistics say that your chances are better.
Yeah.
But every state has the data, and you can go find it on their website.
Now that we're going on our hunt, what would we look for in the mid-morning after they're done feeding or doing whatever they're doing?
They're gonna keep moving around. Now that the season started and they're fully in their breeding mode, they're looking for hens. And they might have hens, they might be jakes or young gobblers that can't get a hen, and so they're on the move looking for them. We don't know what's out there and what's listening to us. So we have to call. I see a lot of people will call for 5 to 10 minutes at one location and then not hear anything, and then they'll just move on and go try to find a different place. The thing that we forget is that turkeys aren't like us. They don't think like us. They have a tiny little brain. They got 3 things that matter to them.
Kind of like what matters to Shad. Let's hear it.
Okay. What's gonna kill me today?
Yeah. I don't worry about that.
Well, maybe you ought to.
Yeah. Think like a turkey.
Okay.
Where am I gonna find a woman?
I do think about that.
Okay. And what am I gonna have to eat?
Oh,
There you go. Yeah.
Those are the
Speaking of
only
which.
3 things that matter. They don't care about the weather.
What's your saying for turkeys?
Turkey don't care.
Turkey don't care, Shad don't care.
Chad don't care.
If it's raining on them and pelting hail,
Yeah.
turkey don't care.
No,
Chad don't care.
they don't care. So sit down and call, and sometimes you'll hear a gobble, and you think, "All right, it's gobbling," and now you don't hear it anymore. 90% of the people I've hunted with will get up and leave when that turkey quits gobbling. But the turkey often has gobbled as a reply to your calling, and now he's coming. He's coming. He's just coming straight on. He doesn't need to gobble anymore because he's already told you he's coming.
So the woman's ready for him. I get it.
Yeah.
Hot and ready. Like a, what's that? Hot and ready $5 pizza.
Little Caesars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good analogy.
When I have a turkey coming in and he's not gobbling anymore, and I start to lose faith in the setup, I call quieter. Turkey whispers. But you'll hear, most people will, they think, oh, I gotta call louder.
Yeah, because they're not hearing me.
No, no.
Now the guy's like, what the heck
Does
is
that
that?
3 times good hearing? So
Yeah. I just go quieter and quieter. And they keep on coming in, and then we kill them.
There you go. Easy step-by-step process right there.
What else do you need to know?
What What about, say, afternoon when they're going back into their roosting? Is that a good time to hunt at all, or is that something that you just...
They're not going to go back into their roosting until close to dark. So that last hour before dark is when they're really going to be flying up into the trees. And so you've got all day long to hunt them, and you can have a turkey come in at any time of the day. Don't feel like, okay, well, it's all done for now, let's go in and have lunch. Well, you can go have lunch, but you're walking away from good turkey hunting.
Right.
Then the turkey's not coming on your time schedule, it's coming on his time schedule.
Yeah. Where do we set up our decoy, and how do we set them up?
There's some different thoughts on this, but I want to set up my decoy fairly close to me. Maybe even set one beyond me if I back behind me. Ultimately, you want that turkey fairly close to you when you're going to shoot it. So if you have your decoys closer to you, the chances of it coming closer are better.
Yeah.
If I had one decoy, I would have a hen, but the way I usually set them up is one hen decoy and two jake decoys. Be prepared for predators to come in.
Oh yeah.
And to tell you the truth, I would rather shoot a coyote.
You like to kill those
Oh, I
predators.
love doing that. And so a coyote comes in, you drop the hammer on it. Don't think, oh well, what if I scare the turkeys?
They hear that shot and they're like, oh, Brandon must have broke. Gary has been nice enough to provide us a little bit higher with his book, Oregon Hunting. So if you're an Oregon hunter or just interested in the Oregon landscape and hunting small game predators and big game.
The whole thing, it's in there, yeah.
But we're doing a free giveaway, so he's giving away 5 of these. Sign up, hit that button somewhere around here. Can I get somewhere up here? Right there?
On Gary's face?
Gary's face this time. But anyways, you enter for a chance to win. But until next time, keep hunting.
Fishing.
Living in the sticks.
You got it.